I wanted to read something for you here. Accountability, transparency, and openness are standards of good government that enhance public trust. They are achieved through the municipality adopting measures ensuring, to the best of its ability, that all activities and services are undertaken utilizing a process that is open and accessible to its stakeholders. In addition, wherever possible, the municipality will engage its stakeholders throughout its decisions-making process, which will be open, visible, and transparent to the public. The letter you're going to be discussing shortly, or not discussing, whichever, that's really what that is about. It's not about parking. And I just wanted to make that clear.
Yep.
Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, you got it. Thank you. So now we're down to 11A, which is the letter from Mr. Reid that was just up there with regard to the Owen Sound DIA downtown improvement area. Go ahead, Councillor Kepke.
I'd like to make a motion to receive the letter, but I would also like to note that the DIA did look at this letter and has addressed a few issues. I will admit that there were better means they could have used at perhaps announcing changes to a meeting date, and it's been suggested to the DIA management that there are better means out there by going through the city's marketing communication staff and also getting advice from them on better ways of better ways of communicating changes or things that are happening in the DIA and public meetings, etc. So hopefully that will be an improvement to the transparency that's a concern.
So you're on the DIA?
Yes, I am.
And so this has been raised at a meeting?
Yes, it was at the last meeting.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
I just want to follow up maybe with Mr. Richard. I'm not sure if you're going to know this, or maybe it's Ms. Bloomfield. The DIA, by my recollection, the DIA is formed by a decision of council. Council technically collects the fees for the DIA and passes it to them. But are they a department of the city, and do they follow our procedural bylaws, etc.? Do either of you know? I'm sandbagging you because I didn't tell you I was going to answer it, so ask it. So,
through your worship, they are considered a local board, so they would fall under our procedural bylaw unless they have adopted their own, which they have not.
Okay, thank you. So they are to be following the rules of the city. Does that mean that we have authority over that then? Tougher question. Don't answer if you don't know, because again, I didn't warn you, so you weren't prepared.
Sorry, authority over their board?
Yeah, and over their procedures.
We've set the procedural bylaw, so that's what they're to follow, but other than that, I can't
I'm sandbagging you, sort of, so I apologize.
I could, Your Worship. I think we certainly try to allow our local boards to operate with as much autonomy as we certainly can allow, if that's fair. Procedurally, absolutely, they should be following our procedural bylaws.
Okay, good. Thank you. Go ahead, Councillor Gregg.
Thanks, Mayor. I just want to make a point to thank Mr. Reid for this letter because he's made some good, valid points here that had to be spoken to, and I can't wait, or I'm eager to see the minutes from, I guess it's the August meeting that this was discussed for the DIA then. That would be true. You've already had the August meeting because the letter was dated July 30th. But again, I just want to say thanks because it's a good letter and it's keeping council on their toes, and that's what the ratepayer should be doing.
Just remember that we don't see the minutes until after they've been approved at the next meeting, so we're often 2 months behind for our gallery and library and everything. Councillor O'Leary, Councillor McManaman, I guess, was next.
Just a question to Councillor Kepke. You had mentioned new procedures and informing people of things. So there's a big meeting, public meeting coming up on Thursday, August 30th at 5:30 at the Bayshore to discuss future direction of the DIA, I think is a good way of putting it, as well as parking and their budget, some significant changes being suggested. Will those new procedures to inform people, will they be in place to allow people to know about this Thursday, August 30th at 5:30 at the Bayshore meeting?
Through you, Your Worship, the meeting is an information meeting that will present a few proposals, I think there's 3 different proposals on parking, and from there, it will proceed however the proposals fall out. There's no vote at that time, it's just an information session. So.
Thank you. Anybody this way? Seeing none. Councilor Larry, did you want to follow up on anything?
I'm trying real hard to zip it, but I just want to say before I go thanking Peter Reid on anything, I would do my homework and make sure that there's truth in his letter, and there isn't. That's all I got to say.
Councilor Kepke?
Just further to the minutes, I want you to realize that this particular letter, because it dealt with an identifiable individual, was dealt with at a closed session of the DIA. However, there was discussion at the open meeting of better ways of communicating.
Good, thank you. Down to number 12, reports of city staff. City manager. Okay, sorry, Wayne, it was a motion to receive. All in favor? That is carried. Mr. Ritchie, number 12A.